Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be the best version of yourself? Many people think it's about being perfect, having the perfect job, the perfect body, or the perfect life. But the truth is, being the best version of yourself isn't about perfection at all. It's about progress. It's about becoming a little better than you were yesterday. It's about growing, learning, and improving every single day, even when things get hard. Every one of us has dreams, goals, and potential waiting to be discovered. But often we hold ourselves back because of fear, doubt, or comparison. We look at others and think they're better, smarter, or more talented. But being the best version of you means focusing on your own journey, not someone else's. It means accepting who you are right now, while also believing in who you can become. This journey starts from within. It begins when you decide to take control of your life, your thoughts, your habits, and your attitude. You don't need to change overnight. You just need to take small steps each day. Read more, learn new skills, take care of your health, be kind, and surround yourself with positive energy. Over time, these small choices shape who you are and bring out your true potential. Remember, the best version of yourself isn't a destination. It's a continuous journey of self-improvement. You'll face challenges, make mistakes, and sometimes feel like giving up. But each setback is a lesson, and each failure brings you closer to growth. The key is to never stop trying, never stop believing, and never stop becoming better. So today, as you listen and reflect, I want you to ask yourself, who do I want to be? Not who others expect you to be, but who you truly want to become. Because the moment you decide to take that step, the moment you choose growth over comfort, that's when you begin to be the best version of yourself. Now, let's talk about how you can actually become the best version of yourself. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a process that requires patience, effort, and self-awareness. But when you commit to it, your life begins to change in powerful ways. 1. Know who you are. Before you can ever become the best version of yourself, you must first take time to understand who you truly are. This is the foundation of personal growth and self-improvement. You cannot change your life if you do not know what needs to be changed. You cannot find happiness if you do not understand what truly makes you happy. And you cannot be your best self if you are trying to live someone else's life. To know who you are means to have a clear understanding of your identity, your thoughts, beliefs, values, strengths, weaknesses, dreams, and fears. It means being honest with yourself about what you want, what you stand for, and what kind of person you are becoming. Sadly, many people spend their lives chasing other people's dreams. They try to live up to society's expectations, getting the right job, the right lifestyle, or the perfect image, but deep down, they feel lost. That's because they haven't discovered their true self. They are living according to what others want them to be, instead of what they were meant to be. Knowing yourself is like building the foundation of a house. Without a strong foundation, the house will collapse no matter how beautiful it looks. In the same way, if you don't understand who you are, any success you achieve will feel empty, because it's not truly yours. Self-discovery is not something that happens overnight. It takes patience, reflection, and honesty. You have to ask yourself deep questions that most people avoid. What makes me feel alive? What are my passions and natural talents? What are the things that drain my energy or make me unhappy? What kind of life do I want to live? What do I stand for, even when it's difficult? Answering these questions helps you understand your purpose, your why. When you know your purpose, your life gains direction and meaning. You stop being easily influenced by others because you know where you're going. You no longer follow the crowd. Instead, you follow your heart and your vision. To know yourself deeply, you must also be willing to face your flaws and weaknesses. Many people avoid this because it's uncomfortable, But true self-awareness means accepting every part of yourself, the good and the bad. When you recognize your weaknesses, you can work to improve them. When you acknowledge your strengths, you can use them to create a better future. Knowing yourself also helps you make better decisions. For example, if you know that you value honesty, you won't compromise your integrity for quick success. If you know that you work best in creative environments, you'll choose a career that allows you to express your ideas freely. Self-knowledge protects you from confusion, peer pressure, and regret because it guides you toward what's right for you. A powerful example of someone who truly knew who she was and used that knowledge to change her life is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah was born into poverty in rural Mississippi and faced many hardships growing up, including abuse, discrimination, and rejection. For years, she struggled with self-doubt and insecurity. But as she grew older, she began a journey of self-discovery. She asked herself who she truly wanted to be and what purpose she wanted her life to serve. Instead of following the traditional path of fame and entertainment, Oprah focused on something deeper, connecting with people and inspiring them. She realized her greatest strength was empathy, her ability to understand others' pain and help them heal. She turned that strength into her life's mission. Through the Oprah Winfrey Show, she didn't just entertain people. She educated, motivated, and transformed millions of lives around the world. What made Oprah so successful wasn't just her talent or intelligence. It was her deep self-awareness. She once said, "The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude." She knew what she believed in, what she valued, and what kind of energy she wanted to share with the world. Her journey wasn't about becoming someone else. It was about becoming more of herself. Even when critics tried to bring her down, she stayed true to her values of honesty, compassion, and self-growth. That's what it means to know who you are, to stand firm in your truth no matter what the world says. Today, Oprah is not only one of the most influential women in the world, but also a symbol of authenticity and personal power. Her success came from living a life aligned with her true identity. The power of knowing yourself. When you know who you are, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop comparing your journey to those around you because you understand that everyone has their own timeline. You begin to make choices based on your happiness and purpose, not on pressure or expectation. Knowing yourself also gives you confidence. You no longer need to pretend to be someone else because you are proud of who you are. Confidence doesn't come from looking perfect. It comes from accepting your imperfections and realizing that you are still worthy of love and respect. Self-awareness also helps you deal with failure and rejection. When you know your worth, failure doesn't destroy you, it teaches you. You see every mistake as an opportunity to learn and grow. You stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" That's how strong people grow, through self-understanding and resilience. Knowing who you are is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. As you grow older, you will continue to change, and that's okay. Life experiences will teach you more about your strengths, values, and purpose. What matters most is that you stay connected to your inner self. You need to take time to reflect. Spend quiet moments with yourself. Write your thoughts. Listen to your heart. And pay attention to what brings you joy and peace. Don't live to impress others. Live to express who you truly are. Because the moment you truly know yourself, you gain the power to shape your destiny. And that's where becoming the best version of yourself begins, with self-awareness, honesty, and the courage to be unapologetically you. 2. Set clear goals. Once you truly understand who you are, the next step to becoming the best version of yourself is to set clear goals. Goals are like a compass that guide you through life. They give direction, focus, and meaning to everything you do. Without clear goals, you drift through life reacting to whatever happens. But with goals, you take control of your future and shape it according to your dreams. Many people say they want to be successful, happy, or wealthy, but they never define how they plan to achieve it. A dream without a clear goal is only a wish. To make your dreams real, you must turn them into specific, measurable, and achievable goals. Why setting clear goals matters. Setting clear goals is powerful because it helps you move from imagination to action. It transforms your intentions into plans. It gives your life a sense of direction, a reason to wake up every morning with purpose. When you set clear goals, you're not just saying, "I want to be better." You're saying, "This is how I will be better." For example, instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," set a specific goal like, "I will exercise for 30 minutes every day and eat vegetables with every meal." That's a clear plan you can act on. Clear goals also keep you focused. Life is full of distractions, and it's easy to get lost if you don't know where you're going. But when your goals are specific and meaningful, they remind you what truly matters and help you stay on track even during difficult times. Moreover, setting goals gives you motivation. Every time you achieve a goal, no matter how small, you feel a sense of accomplishment. That feeling pushes you to keep going and build momentum toward bigger achievements. How to set clear goals. To set clear goals, start by visualizing the life you want. Imagine where you want to be in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years. Then, write down your goals using the SMART method: goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. 1. Specific. Be clear about what you want to achieve. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be rich," say, "I want to save $10,000 by the end of this year." 2. Measurable. You must be able to track your progress. Numbers and timelines help you measure success. 3. Achievable. Set goals that challenge you but are still realistic. Impossible goals lead to frustration, but realistic ones build confidence. 4. Relevant. Make sure your goals match your values and long-term vision. Don't chase goals that don't truly matter to you. 5. Time-bound. Give yourself a deadline. It creates urgency and discipline, helping you stay consistent. Break large goals into smaller steps. For example, if your big goal is to start your own business, your smaller goals might include learning about entrepreneurship, saving money, researching your market, and finding mentors. Each small goal takes you closer to your big vision. And remember, writing your goals down is very important. Studies show that people who write their goals are far more likely to achieve them. When you write them, you make a promise to yourself. A powerful example of setting clear goals can be seen in the life of Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, SpaceX, and several other companies. From a young age, Musk had a clear vision: to make the world better through technology and innovation. But unlike most dreamers, he didn't just imagine. He created specific goals that guided his journey. When he founded SpaceX, his goal wasn't simply to build rockets. His clear goal was to reduce the cost of space travel and make life multiplanetary. That vision became his guiding force. He faced countless failures. Rockets exploded, funding was lost, and people doubted him, but his clear goal kept him going. He knew exactly what he wanted and refused to stop until he achieved it. For Tesla, his goal was equally precise: to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. This clarity gave his company direction and purpose. Every product, every innovation, every decision connected back to that single goal. Today, Elon Musk's success is not just a result of intelligence or luck. It's the power of clear, focused goals combined with relentless effort. His story shows that when your goals are specific and meaningful, they can move mountains and change the world. Overcoming challenges along the way. Setting clear goals doesn't mean the road will be easy. In fact, the clearer your goals, the tougher the challenges you'll face. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and even failure. But these are not signs to stop. They're part of the process. When obstacles appear, go back to your why. Ask yourself why this goal matters to you. When your purpose is strong, no challenge can break you. If one path doesn't work, adjust your strategy, but never give up on your destination. Also, celebrate your progress. Sometimes we focus so much on what we haven't achieved that we forget how far we've come. Every small victory is proof that you are moving forward. The connection between goals and self-improvement. Setting clear goals is one of the most powerful ways to become the best version of yourself. Goals push you to grow, to learn, and to stretch beyond your comfort zone. When you set a goal and commit to it, you prove to yourself that you are capable of discipline and perseverance. Goals also shape your mindset. They teach you patience, resilience, and focus. You begin to realize that success is not just about talent. It's about persistence and clarity. Every time you work toward your goals, you're building the person you want to become. To be the best version of yourself, you must have a clear vision of where you're going. Life without goals is like sailing without a map. You may move, but you won't know where you'll end up. So, take time to dream, plan, and define your path. Set clear, meaningful goals that reflect who you are and what you truly want in life. Then, take action every single day, no matter how small, to move closer to them. Because the moment you set a clear goal and dedicate your heart to it, you begin to transform your life. Every step you take brings you closer to your potential, your purpose, and ultimately the best version of yourself. 3. Build positive habits. Becoming the best version of yourself is not about making one big change. It's about the small, consistent actions you take every day. Those small actions, repeated over time, become your habits, and your habits shape your future. As the famous saying goes, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. If you want to succeed in life, you must learn to build positive habits that help you grow, improve, and stay focused on your goals. You can have big dreams and strong motivation, but without good habits, you'll struggle to make progress. The power of habits. Habits are the invisible systems that control most of your life. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, your habits decide how you spend your time, what you focus on, and how you feel. Positive habits create success, discipline, and confidence. Negative habits create stress, failure, and regret. The difference between people who achieve their goals and those who don't often comes down to one thing: their daily habits. For example, if you have a habit of reading every day, you'll naturally grow wiser and more creative over time. If you have a habit of saving money regularly, you'll build financial stability. If you have a habit of exercising, you'll develop strength and energy. But if your habits include procrastinating, wasting time, or giving up easily, your progress will slow down. Habits are powerful because they shape your behavior automatically. Once a habit becomes part of your routine, you no longer need to think about it. It becomes natural. That's why building positive habits is so important. They make success effortless. How to build positive habits. Building positive habits takes time and discipline, but it's completely possible for anyone. Here's how you can start. 1. Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Choose 1 or 2 habits that are most important to your goals. For example, if you want to be healthier, start by drinking more water or taking a short walk every day. Small habits are easier to maintain, and they build confidence. 2. Be consistent. Consistency is the key to forming lasting habits. It's better to do something small every day than to do something big only once in a while. Even 10 minutes of effort a day adds up over time. 3. Connect habits to your goals. Every habit should have a purpose. Ask yourself, how does this habit help me become the person I want to be? When you connect your habits to your goals, you'll find more motivation to keep going. 4. Remove negative habits. While you build good habits, work on breaking the bad ones that hold you back. Identify habits like procrastination, negative thinking, or wasting time on distractions. Replace them with better actions that support your growth. 5. Reward yourself. Celebrate small victories. Every time you stick to your habit, give yourself credit. Positive reinforcement helps your brain stay motivated and encourages you to keep going. 6. Be patient. Remember, habits take time to form. Research shows it can take between 21 to 66 days to turn a new behavior into a habit. Don't give up if you miss a day. What matters most is getting back on track. The example of building positive habits is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Before becoming one of the world's highest-paid actors and most admired public figures, Dwayne Johnson faced many challenges. He struggled financially, was cut from his football career, and battled with disappointment and uncertainty. But what turned his life around wasn't luck. It was his habits. Every day, The Rock follows a disciplined routine. He wakes up before sunrise, often around 4 a.m., and goes straight to the gym. No matter where he is in the world or how busy his schedule is, he keeps this habit. It's not just about physical strength. It's about mental strength. His positive habits of hard work, consistency, and gratitude have built his career and his character. He often says, "Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come." This mindset shows the true power of habits. Dwayne Johnson didn't become successful overnight. It was years of small, repeated actions, daily training, constant learning, and a positive attitude that made him who he is today. His example reminds us that success doesn't come from one big achievement. It comes from the quiet, daily effort that no one sees. The habits you practice in private are what create your success in public. When you build positive habits, you take control of your life. You no longer rely on motivation alone, because your habits carry you forward even on the days you don't feel like trying. Good habits also create self-discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when it's not easy. And discipline is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. Positive habits shape your character. When you practice kindness, gratitude, patience, and honesty every day, you naturally become a better person. When you build habits that support your goals, you move closer to the person you're meant to be. Over time, your habits become your identity. You stop saying, "I want to be fit," and start saying, "I am a person who takes care of my body." You stop saying, "I want to be successful," and start saying, "I am a person who works hard and stays focused." That's when transformation truly begins. Building positive habits is one of the most powerful ways to become the best version of yourself. It's not about changing your life overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps every day. Start by choosing one habit that aligns with your goals. Stick to it until it becomes part of who you are. Then add another. Slowly, your life will begin to change. Your future is built by what you do today, not by what you plan to do someday. Every action counts, every choice matters, and every habit shapes your destiny. You build habits that make you proud. Wake up early, work hard, stay positive, be kind, and never stop improving. Because success isn't just something you achieve, it's something you practice every single day. 4. Believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is one of the most essential steps in the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. It is the quiet, unwavering confidence that no matter how challenging life becomes, you have the ability to overcome obstacles, learn from failures, and achieve your dreams. Self-belief is not about arrogance or thinking you are better than anyone else. It is about trusting your potential and knowing that your efforts, persistence, and choices can shape your destiny. Without this belief, Talent and opportunity often remain unrealized, and potential goes untapped. Believing in yourself allows you to approach life with courage and determination. It helps you move forward even when fear, doubt, or uncertainty clouds your path. Many people hesitate to pursue their dreams because they are afraid of failure or rejection. They let the voices of others or their own inner critics dictate their choices. But those who achieve greatness understand that self-belief is the foundation of every success. It empowers you to take risks, embrace challenges, and persist in the face of adversity. Cultivating self-belief begins with acknowledging your own worth and capabilities. It is about recognizing that you are capable of growth, learning, and change. Life will inevitably present difficulties, but believing in yourself transforms obstacles into opportunities. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this experience, and how can I grow?" This shift in perspective turns failures into lessons and setbacks into stepping stones. A powerful example of the transformative power of self-belief is J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became one of the most celebrated authors in the world, Rowling faced incredible hardships. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling with depression and financial insecurity. On top of her personal struggles, her manuscript for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was rejected by 12 publishing houses. Each rejection could have easily ended her journey, but Rowling's belief in herself and her story never wavered. She trusted that her ideas had value and that one day the right opportunity would come. Rowling's perseverance and self-belief ultimately led to her first publishing contract, and the rest is history. Her story became a global phenomenon, inspiring millions of readers and demonstrating the power of trusting oneself. What is most remarkable about her journey is not only the success she achieved, but the fact that she never allowed doubt, fear, or rejection to prevent her from pursuing her dream. She understood that believing in herself was the key to unlocking her potential. Self-belief is not only about achieving external success. It is also about building resilience and confidence in your daily life. When you trust your abilities, you make decisions with clarity and conviction. You take initiative rather than waiting for permission or approval from others. You approach challenges with a mindset of growth, knowing that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to your development. Developing self-belief requires practice and patience. It involves consistently reminding yourself of your strengths, reflecting on past achievements, and celebrating small victories. It requires silencing the negative voices, both external and internal, that try to convince you that you are not enough. Over time, this belief becomes ingrained, guiding your actions, decisions, and mindset in a positive direction. Believing in yourself is not about expecting life to be easy. Challenges, failures, and setbacks are inevitable, but self-belief equips you with the courage to face them. It allows you to see potential where others see obstacles, to act where others hesitate, and to persevere when others give up. Every great achievement in history started with someone daring to believe they could succeed, even when no one else did. Self-belief is a vital component of becoming the best version of yourself. It is the force that empowers you to take action, embrace challenges, and grow into your fullest potential. By trusting in your abilities, learning from failures, and remaining committed to your goals, you cultivate the resilience and confidence needed to transform your life. Just as J.K. Rowling's unwavering belief in herself turned rejection into triumph, you too can achieve greatness when you choose to believe in your own potential. Self-belief is the first step on the path to becoming the person you are meant to be: strong, capable, and unstoppable. 5. Keep learning and growing. Life is a continuous journey, and one of the most important keys to becoming the best version of yourself is the commitment to keep learning and growing. Personal growth does not end after school, college, or professional training. It is a lifelong pursuit that shapes your character, skills, and perspective. Every experience, every challenge, and every interaction hold the potential to teach you something valuable. The more you embrace learning, the more you empower yourself to reach your fullest potential. Learning and growth are closely tied to mindset. People who stop learning often settle into comfort zones, limiting their possibilities and stalling their progress. On the other hand, those who continuously seek knowledge and embrace self-improvement expand their opportunities, develop resilience, and enhance their ability to adapt to change. Growth requires curiosity, humility, and the courage to accept that there is always more to know, no matter how successful or experienced you may become. Keeping a learner's mindset is not just about acquiring academic knowledge or professional skills. It is also about understanding yourself and the world around you. It involves learning from your successes and your failures, seeking feedback, reflecting on your experiences, and using that insight to make better decisions. Growth comes when you challenge yourself, push past comfort, and remain open to new ideas and perspectives. A powerful example of someone who embodies the principle of lifelong learning is Elon Musk, the entrepreneur behind Tesla, SpaceX, and several other innovative companies. Musk's accomplishments are staggering, but what sets him apart is not just his intelligence. It is his relentless commitment to learning. He is famously self-taught in areas such as rocket science, engineering, and artificial intelligence. When he decided to pursue space exploration with SpaceX, he immersed himself in every aspect of rocket technology, reading textbooks, consulting experts, and absorbing knowledge far beyond his formal education. Musk's approach shows that continuous learning is a deliberate choice, not a passive activity. He views every challenge as an opportunity to acquire new knowledge, improve existing systems, and expand his capabilities. Even after achieving massive success, he continues to explore new fields, experiment with innovative ideas, and challenge conventional wisdom. This mindset of constant growth allows him to remain at the forefront of technology and entrepreneurship. Learning and growing also require a willingness to adapt and embrace change. Life is unpredictable, and the skills or knowledge you possess today may not be enough tomorrow. By committing to growth, you equip yourself with the tools to navigate change with confidence rather than fear. Growth also encourages creativity and innovation, enabling you to find solutions to problems that others may overlook. Moreover, personal growth extends beyond professional or intellectual achievements. It includes emotional and social development, such as improving communication, cultivating empathy, and learning to manage stress and conflict. These aspects of growth are equally important in shaping your character and enhancing your relationships, ultimately contributing to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Another essential aspect of growth is learning from failure. Mistakes and setbacks are not indicators of inadequacy. They are lessons that provide invaluable insight. By analyzing failures, identifying areas for improvement, and applying those lessons in the future, you transform challenges into stepping stones toward success. This mindset turns obstacles into opportunities and helps you build resilience, perseverance, and confidence. The commitment to keep learning and growing is a defining characteristic of those who achieve greatness and live meaningful lives. By continuously seeking knowledge, embracing challenges, reflecting on experiences, and expanding your skills and understanding, you unlock your potential and move closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Elon Musk's dedication to learning demonstrates that growth is not about innate talent alone. It is about curiosity, persistence, and the courage to explore the unknown. Ultimately, growth is a lifelong journey, and the best version of yourself is the person who never stops learning, never stops challenging limits, and never stops striving to improve. By embracing this principle, you ensure that every day brings new opportunities to evolve, expand your abilities, and create a life of purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. 6. Surround yourself with positive people. One of the most powerful factors that shape who we become is the company we keep. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive, and inspiring people can significantly influence your mindset, habits, and overall success. Conversely, negative influences can hold you back, drain your energy, and make it difficult to pursue your goals. To become the best version of yourself, it is essential to carefully choose the people who surround you, ensuring that they encourage growth, motivate you, and challenge you to be better. Humans are naturally social beings, and we are profoundly influenced by the attitudes, behaviors, and energy of those around us. When you spend time with positive people, their optimism, determination, and confidence become contagious. They inspire you to think bigger, work harder, and approach life with a constructive mindset. Positive relationships reinforce your self-belief and help you stay focused on your path, even during difficult times. On the other hand, negative influences can be toxic. People who complain constantly, doubt your potential, or discourage you from pursuing your dreams can create mental barriers that limit your growth. They may make you question your abilities or lose confidence in your goals. Recognizing these influences and consciously distancing yourself from them is just as important as seeking out supportive individuals. Surrounding yourself with positive people does not mean avoiding all challenges or disagreements. Growth often comes from constructive feedback and honest critique. The key is to find people who challenge you in ways that are uplifting and encouraging, rather than tearing you down. Mentors, friends, colleagues, or family members who provide support, guidance, and inspiration create an environment where personal and professional development can thrive. A striking example of the impact of positive associations can be seen in the life of Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors. Buffett has often credited his growth and success not only to his own discipline and intellect, but also to the people he surrounded himself with. Early in his career, Buffett sought out mentors like Benjamin Graham, whose wisdom and guidance profoundly shaped Buffett's investment philosophy. He also formed long-term partnerships with colleagues who shared his principles, work ethic, and vision for ethical investing. By surrounding himself with intelligent, ethical, and motivated individuals, Buffett created an environment that reinforced learning, disciplined decision-making, and long-term thinking. He consciously chose relationships that encouraged growth and minimized exposure to negative influences that could derail his focus. The result is a lifetime of remarkable success, built not just on personal skill, but on a network of positive influences that supported and amplified his efforts. The benefits of surrounding yourself with positive people extend beyond professional success. Such relationships improve emotional well-being, provide support during tough times, and create opportunities for collaboration and learning. Positive people encourage you to see challenges as opportunities, maintain resilience in adversity, and celebrate achievements without jealousy or resentment. They make the journey of personal growth more fulfilling and sustainable. It is also important to actively contribute positivity to your own circle. Healthy relationships are reciprocal. By being encouraging, supportive, and inspiring to others, you attract like-minded individuals who share your values and aspirations. This creates a cycle of mutual growth, motivation, and optimism that benefits everyone involved. The people you spend time with play a crucial role in shaping the person you become. Surrounding yourself with positive influences provides guidance, encouragement, and energy that propel you toward your goals. Warren Buffett's success demonstrates the power of choosing mentors, partners, and friends who challenge, inspire, and uplift. By carefully curating your circle and nurturing relationships with positive individuals, you create an environment where personal growth, achievement, and fulfillment are not only possible but inevitable. To become the best version of yourself, seek out those who inspire, support, and elevate you. Distance yourself from negativity and cultivate a community that motivates you to be your highest self. In such an environment, growth is nurtured, confidence is strengthened, and your potential can flourish fully. 7. Take care of your mind and body. Becoming the best version of yourself requires more than ambition, discipline, and a positive mindset. It requires taking care of your mind and body. Your physical and mental health are the foundation upon which every other aspect of your life is built. Without energy, focus, and emotional balance, even the most talented and motivated individuals struggle to reach their full potential. Nurturing your body and mind is not a luxury. It is an essential practice for personal growth, productivity, and long-term success. Taking care of your body begins with understanding that it is your most valuable asset. Proper nutrition, regular exercise, and sufficient rest are fundamental to maintaining energy, focus, and resilience. When your body is healthy, your mind functions optimally, your emotions remain more stable, and your ability to tackle challenges increases significantly. Skipping exercise, eating poorly, or neglecting sleep may seem harmless in the short term, but over time, these habits can drain your energy, impair decision-making, and even affect your mood and confidence. Equally important is caring for your mind. Mental health and emotional well-being are critical to sustaining motivation, creativity, and personal growth. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, journaling, and reflection help reduce stress, improve focus, and foster emotional resilience. Learning to manage negative thoughts, cultivate gratitude, and maintain a positive outlook allows you to face challenges with calm and clarity rather than anxiety and doubt. When your mind is clear and centered, your ability to pursue goals, make wise decisions, and maintain relationships improves dramatically. A remarkable example of someone who prioritizes both mind and body is Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time. Throughout her career, Serena's unparalleled success on the tennis court has been built not only on talent and determination, but also on her discipline in caring for her physical and mental health. She follows a rigorous training regimen, maintains a balanced diet, and ensures her body receives the recovery and rest it needs to perform at the highest level. But Serena's focus extends beyond physical health. She practices mental preparation techniques, such as visualization and mindfulness, to strengthen her focus, manage pressure, and maintain confidence during high-stakes matches. Her ability to stay mentally strong, even after setbacks and losses, demonstrates the crucial connection between mind and body in achieving excellence. Serena's example shows that physical strength alone is not enough. Mental resilience, clarity, and emotional balance are equally critical for sustaining peak performance. Taking care of your mind and body also involves listening to yourself. Understanding your limits, recognizing signs of stress or fatigue, and taking proactive steps to rest or seek support are essential practices. Self-care is not a sign of weakness. It is a strategy for sustaining long-term growth, energy, and productivity. By consistently prioritizing your health, you create a foundation that allows you to perform at your best, pursue your goals with focus, and handle life's inevitable challenges with resilience. Moreover, nurturing your mind and body supports emotional well-being and confidence. Exercise releases endorphins that improve mood, sleep restores energy, and mental self-care reduces anxiety and negative thinking. Together, these practices create a sense of balance and control over your life. When you feel physically strong and mentally capable, you approach challenges with optimism, make better decisions, and cultivate the energy needed to chase ambitious goals. Ultimately, taking care of your mind and body is a lifelong commitment. It is not about perfection or extreme routines, but about consistent habits that maintain your well-being and enhance your capacity for growth. By investing in yourself through proper nutrition, exercise, rest, and mental health practices, You lay the groundwork for personal and professional success. Your body and mind are the foundation of your life's achievements. Without health, energy, and emotional resilience, even the most talented and ambitious individuals cannot reach their full potential. Serena Williams' dedication to maintaining both physical and mental strength demonstrates that success requires a holistic approach, where mind and body are nurtured together. By prioritizing self-care, cultivating healthy habits, and maintaining balance, you equip yourself to tackle challenges, seize opportunities, and become the best version of yourself. Taking care of your mind and body is not a one-time effort. It is a continuous journey. Each decision to eat well, exercise, rest, or practice mindfulness contributes to your long-term growth, resilience, and happiness. By valuing and protecting your health, you ensure that your potential is not limited by fatigue, stress, or imbalance. Ultimately, a strong mind in a healthy body is the greatest asset you can cultivate on your journey to becoming your best self. 8. Give back and help others. True personal growth and fulfillment are not only measured by what you achieve for yourself, but also by the positive impact you create for others. Giving back and helping others is an essential aspect of becoming the best version of yourself. When you extend your time, resources, knowledge, or kindness to others, you cultivate empathy, purpose, and a sense of connection that enhances both your life and the lives of those around you. Generosity and service are not just acts of goodwill. They are powerful tools for personal development, emotional growth, and long-lasting satisfaction. Helping others reminds us that we are part of a larger community and that our actions can create meaningful change. It fosters humility, gratitude, and perspective. When you support someone in need or contribute to a cause greater than yourself, you step outside the narrow focus on your own challenges and realize the broader impact you can have. This mindset not only strengthens your character but also deepens your understanding of the world and the people in it. Giving back takes many forms. It could be as simple as offering emotional support to a friend, volunteering your time for a community project, mentoring someone who is starting their career, or donating resources to a charitable cause. No matter the scale, every act of generosity has a ripple effect. By helping others, you inspire them, create opportunities, and foster a culture of kindness that often comes back to enrich your own life in unexpected ways. A compelling example of the power of giving back can be seen in the life of Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft. While Gates is widely recognized for his technological achievements and immense wealth, he is equally celebrated for his philanthropic efforts. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he has dedicated billions of dollars to improving global health, reducing poverty, and expanding access to education. What makes Gates' story particularly inspiring is his belief that giving back is not only a responsibility but also an opportunity for growth. He recognized early in his life that success alone is not enough. It must be paired with a sense of purpose and service. By investing his time, money, and expertise into initiatives that help millions, Gates demonstrates that helping others is not a distraction from personal achievement, but an essential component of a meaningful life. His example shows that contributing to the well-being of others can inspire innovation, foster compassion, and strengthen resilience. Giving back also has profound personal benefits. When you help others, you gain a sense of purpose and fulfillment that no material possession can provide. Studies in psychology have shown that acts of kindness increase happiness, reduce stress, and even improve physical health. By focusing on the needs of others, you cultivate emotional intelligence, patience, and empathy, all of which are critical traits for becoming the best version of yourself. Moreover, helping others often teaches lessons that cannot be learned through personal experience alone. Mentoring, volunteering, or supporting someone through challenges exposes you to different perspectives, cultures, and struggles. These experiences expand your understanding, build humility, and develop problem-solving skills that enhance both personal and professional growth. Giving back is a two-way process. While you provide support, you also learn, evolve, and gain wisdom that strengthens your character. It is important to recognize that giving back is not limited to grand gestures or financial contributions. Even small acts of kindness, offering encouragement, sharing knowledge, listening actively, or helping someone with a small task, can have a lasting impact. Consistent efforts, no matter how modest, contribute to building a world where cooperation, generosity, and empathy thrive. Giving back and helping others is a cornerstone of becoming the best version of yourself. It nurtures your mind, spirit, and emotional well-being while creating a positive impact that extends far beyond yourself. Bill Gates' dedication to philanthropy demonstrates that using your skills, resources, and influence to serve others not only changes lives but also shapes your character, strengthens your sense of purpose, and leaves a lasting legacy. The journey toward personal excellence is incomplete without acts of generosity and service. By making a conscious effort to support, inspire, and uplift those around you, you create a cycle of positivity, connection, and growth. Helping others teaches patience, empathy, and resilience while providing a sense of fulfillment that no individual achievement alone can offer. When you give back, you not only improve the world around you, you elevate yourself, moving closer to the best version of who you are meant to become. 9. Take responsibility for your life. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most important steps toward becoming the best version of yourself. It is the recognition that your choices, actions, and decisions ultimately shape your destiny. While external circumstances, other people, or unforeseen events may influence your path, true empowerment comes from acknowledging that you have the power to determine your response, attitude, and direction. Owning your life means refusing to blame others or circumstances for setbacks, and instead embracing the freedom and accountability to make meaningful change. Responsibility is not always easy. It requires courage, honesty, and self-discipline. Many people avoid taking responsibility because it is easier to shift blame or seek excuses. It is tempting to attribute failures to luck, other people, or difficult circumstances. However, by doing so, we give away control of our lives and limit our potential. When you take full responsibility, you reclaim power. You recognize that even in challenging situations, your decisions determine your outcomes. Taking responsibility involves acknowledging mistakes without shame and learning from them. Every error, setback, or failure carries a lesson, if you are willing to accept it. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong or who is at fault, responsible individuals focus on solutions and future actions. This mindset fosters resilience, adaptability, and self-confidence because it shifts attention from what cannot be controlled to what can be influenced. Your effort, choices, and mindset. A compelling example of taking responsibility can be seen in Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks. Schultz grew up in a working-class family and experienced financial hardship during his early life. Rather than letting his circumstances define him, he took full responsibility for his future. Schultz worked hard, pursued education, and embraced opportunities for growth. Later, when he joined Starbucks, he made bold decisions to transform the company into a global brand. Even when faced with challenges, such as economic downturns or criticism of his business strategies, Schultz did not blame others or external circumstances. Instead, he analyzed the situation, adapted, and made the necessary decisions to lead successfully. Schultz's story demonstrates that taking responsibility is not about perfection or avoiding mistakes. It is about owning your choices, learning from failures, and persistently taking action toward your goals. By refusing to let excuses dictate his life, Schultz shaped his career and left a lasting impact on the business world. Taking responsibility also means being accountable in your daily life, not only for major decisions but for small actions as well. How you manage your time, habits, finances, relationships, and health all reflect your level of personal responsibility. Consistently making conscious, intentional choices builds self-discipline and strengthens your ability to navigate more significant challenges in life. Moreover, taking responsibility enhances your relationships. People who own their actions earn trust, respect, and credibility. They are seen as reliable, mature, and capable of handling challenges. By acknowledging mistakes, apologizing when necessary, and taking steps to correct issues, you not only improve yourself but also positively influence those around you. Taking responsibility is liberating. It shifts your mindset from being a passive observer of life to being an active creator of your destiny. It empowers you to overcome obstacles, seize opportunities, and build the life you want, rather than waiting for circumstances or others to shape it for you. Taking responsibility for your life is a defining trait of those who achieve personal growth, success, and fulfillment. It requires courage, self-discipline, and honesty, but it also grants empowerment and freedom. Howard Schultz's life demonstrates that taking control of your choices, learning from mistakes, and actively shaping your path is the key to transforming adversity into opportunity. By embracing responsibility, you lay the foundation for becoming the best version of yourself. A person who acts with intention, learns from experience, and consistently strives to grow and achieve. 10. Focus on small, daily improvements. Becoming the best version of yourself is rarely the result of sudden, dramatic changes. Instead, it is the product of small, consistent actions that compound over time. Focusing on daily improvements, no matter how minor they may seem, creates momentum, builds discipline, and produces lasting results. This principle, often called the compound effect, emphasizes that meaningful growth is achieved not by occasional bursts of effort, but by steady, incremental progress applied consistently over time. Many people underestimate the power of small improvements. They often aim for huge transformations or overnight success, only to become discouraged when results are not immediate. However, it is the tiny actions repeated consistently that shape character, skill, and success. Whether it is improving your knowledge, habits, health, or mindset, focusing on small daily steps ensures sustainable growth and prevents burnout. Daily improvements create momentum and confidence. Each small win, no matter how modest, reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to grow. Over time, these victories accumulate, leading to significant achievements that once may have seemed impossible. This approach also allows you to focus on progress rather than perfection, reducing frustration and keeping motivation high. A compelling example of the power of small, daily improvements can be seen in the life of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Known for his incredible success as both a professional wrestler and actor, Johnson's achievements are the result of consistent effort and incremental growth. Every day, he commits to rigorous workouts, disciplined nutrition, and continuous learning. He has stated that success is not built in a single day or a single training session, but in the small decisions he makes consistently, waking up early, pushing himself in the gym, reading scripts, or refining his craft. The Rock story illustrates that small improvements are not insignificant. Each workout, each scene practiced, and each personal development step compounds, leading to extraordinary results over time. His daily dedication builds resilience, mental toughness, and skill, demonstrating that commitment to minor improvements can ultimately lead to monumental success. Focusing on small improvements also reduces the pressure to be perfect. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination or burnout, but emphasizing incremental progress encourages experimentation, learning from mistakes, and continuous adaptation. By shifting your mindset to appreciate progress rather than perfection, you develop patience and persistence, two qualities essential for long-term growth. Daily improvements can apply to all areas of life. For instance, reading a few pages each day expands knowledge over time. Practicing mindfulness for 10 minutes daily strengthens mental clarity, or making small adjustments in communication skills enhances relationships. These small actions may seem negligible individually, but collectively, they shape habits, mindset, and outcomes in meaningful ways. Another key benefit of focusing on small, daily improvements is that it empowers you to take control of your growth. Rather than waiting for major opportunities, external circumstances, or sudden inspiration, you actively shape your life each day. You become accountable for your progress and cultivate a proactive mindset, realizing that your future is the sum of your consistent actions today. Focusing on small, daily improvements is a powerful strategy for becoming the best version of yourself. It emphasizes consistency, patience, and the compounding effect of minor actions repeated over time. Dwayne Johnson's success exemplifies how disciplined, incremental effort can create extraordinary results. By committing to daily growth, celebrating small wins, and maintaining persistence, you cultivate habits, skills, and mindset that propel you toward lasting success. Personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Each small improvement you make every day builds momentum, strengthens your confidence, and brings you closer to the person you aspire to be. By embracing this principle, you ensure that every day contributes to your evolution, making you stronger, wiser, and closer to becoming the best version of yourself. 11. Live with integrity. Living with integrity is one of the foundational pillars of becoming the best version of yourself. Integrity is more than simply being honest. It is about aligning your actions, decisions, and values with your principles, even when no one is watching. A person with integrity earns respect, trust, and credibility, not through words alone, but through consistent, principled behavior. It is a quality that strengthens character, cultivates inner confidence, and guides you through life's challenges with moral clarity. Integrity requires self-awareness and courage. It means understanding what you truly believe in and standing by those beliefs, even when it is difficult, unpopular, or inconvenient. Life often presents situations where the easy choice is to compromise your values for short-term gain, recognition, or convenience. Yet, choosing to act ethically and consistently is what sets apart individuals who achieve not just success, but enduring respect and fulfillment. Living with integrity also involves transparency and accountability. Admitting mistakes, taking responsibility for your actions, and treating others with fairness are all aspects of ethical living. Integrity builds trust in relationships, personal, professional, and social, and creates an environment where honesty and respect are reciprocated. People with integrity inspire others to act ethically, fostering communities, teams, and networks grounded in reliability and mutual support. A compelling example of integrity in action can be seen in the life of Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize laureate and an international advocate for girls' education. Malala's integrity was evident even in the face of extreme danger. She stood unwaveringly for the right to education, expressing her beliefs openly despite threats from the Taliban. She could have chosen safety or silence, but her values guided her actions. Her commitment to honesty, moral courage, and advocacy reflects the profound power of living with integrity. Malala's story demonstrates that integrity is not only about honesty, but also about courage, resilience, and purpose. By staying true to her principles, she not only achieved personal fulfillment, but also inspired millions worldwide, proving that living with integrity magnifies your impact and influence. Integrity provides a solid foundation for leadership, trust, and meaningful relationships, which are critical components of becoming your best self. Living with integrity also strengthens self-respect and confidence. When your actions align with your values, you develop inner peace and clarity. You no longer struggle with self-doubt, guilt, or internal conflict because your choices are guided by ethical principles. This alignment between values and behavior allows you to navigate challenges with consistency and strength, enhancing both personal and professional growth. Moreover, integrity is essential for long-term success. Shortcuts, dishonesty, or unethical behavior may bring temporary gain, but they erode credibility and trust over time. Individuals who maintain integrity, even in difficult circumstances, build a reputation for reliability and moral strength, which attracts opportunities, partnerships, and lasting success. Integrity is the foundation upon which sustainable achievement is built. Living with integrity is a cornerstone of personal growth and becoming the best version of yourself. It requires honesty, courage, accountability, and alignment with your values. Malala Yousafzai's unwavering commitment to her principles demonstrates that integrity not only empowers personal growth but also inspires and positively impacts others. By living ethically, making principled decisions, and standing firm in your values, you cultivate self-respect, trust, and a foundation for lasting success. Integrity is not a choice made once. It is a lifestyle. It shapes your decisions, your relationships, and the legacy you leave behind. By consistently living with integrity, you ensure that your personal and professional growth is grounded in principles, creating a life of authenticity, respect, and true excellence. In conclusion, becoming the best version of yourself is not a one-time achievement or a destination. It is a lifelong journey of growth, learning, and self-discovery. It involves understanding who you are, setting meaningful goals, cultivating positive habits, and continuously striving to improve in every area of life. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Throughout this journey, several principles serve as guiding lights. Knowing yourself, believing in your abilities, learning continuously, surrounding yourself with positive influences, taking responsibility for your actions, and embracing resilience in the face of challenges. Each of these steps reinforces your capacity to grow, adapt, and live intentionally. Small daily improvements, acts of kindness, and moments of reflection may seem insignificant at the moment, but over time, they compound to create profound transformation. Importantly, becoming your best self is about balance. It is about striving for growth while celebrating your journey, pursuing excellence while maintaining integrity, and working toward your goals while caring for your mind, body, and spirit. The journey is not just about personal gain. It is also about positively impacting others and contributing meaningfully to the world around you. By lifting yourself, you inspire and uplift those around you. Remember, your environment, your choices, and the people you surround yourself with profoundly shape who you become. By consciously cultivating positivity, integrity, emotional intelligence, and resilience, you lay the foundation for personal success and fulfillment. The stories of successful individuals, from Oprah Winfrey and Richard Branson to Serena Williams and Bill Gates, illustrate that consistent effort, discipline, and alignment with values lead to extraordinary achievements. Ultimately, being the best version of yourself means embracing growth, taking responsibility, and pursuing a life of purpose and authenticity. It is about recognizing your potential, acting on it every day, and honoring the progress you make along the way. Life will present challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties, but with determination, self-awareness, and resilience, you can navigate them and continue evolving into a stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled version of yourself. So, take the lessons, habits, and principles you have learned, apply them with consistency, and celebrate your journey. Your best self is not a distant goal. It is the life you are actively creating every single day. Commit to growth, act with intention, and live with purpose, and you will find that the path to becoming your best self is also the most rewarding journey you will ever take.